Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Just when you think you've seen it all. Hang on a minute. Let me just wipe the egg off my face. That's it. That's better. Just when you think you've seen it all, you get something like Ryan Garcia, crazy Ryan Garcia, who I made several videos about saying this fight shouldn't even be going ahead. He wins a majority decision, which in my opinion should have been unanimous, over Devin Haney. Floors him 3 times. All right, he came in heavy. 3.2 pounds overweight. But even so, when you consider that Haney rehydrates up to about 160, this was an amazing performance by Garcia. What can I say? I was completely wrong. Not necessarily about his mental health. That's a different subject. And you could argue, and I may even do a video about it, that this victory, if Ryan is, shall we say, mentally a loose cannon, this victory could be the worst thing that's happened to him mentally. But anyway, we'll get to that maybe in another video. The fact of the matter is he beat up and beat Devin Haney, the previously undefeated Devin Haney. Garcia, who quit against Tank Davis, has truly redeemed himself, at least in the ring anyway. Within the first 30 seconds, they came out. Garcia was very aggressive and threw a left hook, which landed on Haney's cheek and badly buzzed him. He staggered back. His legs didn't look great. Now, I remember instantly thinking, because I'm doing this video about 10 minutes after the fight's finished, I thought if that landed on his jaw, he'd have knocked him out. Haney would have struggled because he was cold first 30 seconds, but it didn't. Caught him on the cheek, rattled him badly, but it was certainly a portent of things to come. And having had that little bit of success, and I gave Ryan the first round, the next few rounds, I thought Devin began to find his rhythm and he began to control a distance. And Ryan was always dangerous. The left, he's got such fast hands and such, fantastic natural power. But he does have these very sort of long lulls where he doesn't really do anything. And sometimes he was moving backwards, but most of the time he was certainly moving. A lot of it was angles, and Derek James in the corner kept mentioning, give him some angles, lateral movement and so on. That's what he was doing. But I thought the jab was beginning to find its target from Haney, and I thought, okay, a couple. I think I gave Haney the second round. The third I might have given to Ryan, but wafer thin round. And so the rounds were ticking by, and I still thought that Ryan was kind of pinching a couple here and there, but they were swing rounds. A lot of them were swing rounds, because even though Devin was finding the range, getting into a rhythm, landing the jab, he wasn't really landing consistent. He wasn't landing much other than the jab. And Ryan's power punches, whenever they connected, they did look pretty sort of ominous. Now, I think it was the 7th round, just as it looked like Haney was beginning to take the lead, and he may well have been in the lead after 6. You can certainly make a case for him being in the lead, but bang, left hook lands, and suddenly, I think it was a left hook landed, which badly shook Haney. As he moved backwards, Ryan pinged a right hand over the top. Well, it was down the pipe, and Haney was on the floor for the first time in his career, and it was a bad knockdown. He got up. He looked like he might not get up for 3 or 4 seconds, but he did, and his legs were all over the place. Ryan tore after him, all sorts of punches landing, firing everything. left, right, uppercuts were going in. Obviously, he loves the left hook, but he wasn't forgetting about the right hand. Haney was hanging on for dear life. And then when the referee shouted break, Ryan Garcia hit Haney on the break, and the referee took a point off him. So the 10-8 round became a 9-8. And also gave Haney, maybe 20 seconds more, 15, 20 seconds more to recover. But it was a disastrous round for Haney. He didn't look good at all. His legs were all over the place. He had those Bambi legs. And when he sat down between rounds, between the 7th and the 8th, he looked a little bit shocked. Well, probably quite a bit shocked, as if he wasn't quite all there, both physically and neurologically. There is a question mark, of course, over Haney's chin now, because I was someone who thought he's moving up in weight. He looks physically stronger. Probably his power will improve and maybe his punch resistance. We've seen him shaken against Linares in the end of the 11th round in their fight. Linares by that point was past his best, but Haney recovered. And somehow, I mean, in the 8th round of this fight, despite the fact his legs still didn't look under him, certainly Ryan came out buzzing, but by the end of the round, I thought Haney was showing signs of recovery. And it was the same in the 9th. Haney didn't look strong. His legs didn't look strong. But again, the thing about Haney was in this fight, his technique was there, clearly, but his chin and his legs for most of the fight didn't seem to really be there, certainly after that first knockdown. So it takes us up to the 10th round. And again, Haney is coming back into it. And you're thinking, okay, well, yeah, Ryan's got the knockdown. He's landing the heavier punches. But some of these rounds, they're close and they could be going to Haney, definitely. But in the 10th round, another left hook and over goes. Which knockdown was this one now? I think that's right. He got him in I think he got Haney. He landed the left hook. Haney went back to the ropes. And then Ryan went in for the kill. And there was a right hand that landed, which pushed Haney to one side. And then the left hook put him on the floor again. He actually went down onto one knee. And that was near the corner. And also, in that round, I think it was in that round anyway, Ryan landed another left hook, which was even harder. And somehow Haney stayed on his feet. I mean, otherwise that would have been a 10-7 round. So the 10th round was a 10-8 for Ryan. In the 11th round, another left hook sends Haney skidding onto his backside for a third knockdown. So that's another 10-8 round. Ryan, by this point, was having fun. He was jumped onto the ring post during the knockdown, one of the knockdowns, and saluting the crowd, beckoning to the commentary team. And poor old Haney was, he looked shot to bits, but he would not give up this fight. And he's proved definitely that he is a fighting man, a real fighting man. I think we knew that anyway, but he certainly proved he can walk through fire and hang tough and not quit. And he was still trying to get back on the jab, still trying to find the technique, but he looked shocked and demoralised and defiant, but at the same time, as if he just knew, I've been drained. The legs weren't there. His mind was full of fog, and Garcia was just having fun in there. And certainly in the 12th round, Garcia was mugging him, doing little dance, shimmying. At one point, I think it was... it might have been in the 11th round, even wound up a bolo punch. I haven't seen one of those for a long time. And so the final bell goes and the scorecards are read out. One guy had it 113, or 112, something like that, a draw, which Chris Mannix had also had it a draw on the commentary team. It was the American commentary team. I had it when did I have it? Let me get this right. 114, 110 to Garcia. And I'm not sure about the other two. The other two had it in favour of Garcia also. But it was, you had 3 knockdowns, also a point off from Ryan. So it was a funny score. 114, 110 was my card. But Garcia afterwards, probably sounding as sane as he sounded for the last few months. He said, "Did you really think I was crazy?" Almost implying that the whole thing had been an act. But I don't know about that. That's a video for another time. But yeah, brilliant performance by Garcia. He made a mug out of me, let's be honest. I've made several videos saying I didn't think this fight should go ahead, and because I thought he was mentally unwell. I still think he might be mentally unwell. I don't think that's necessarily not the case. But in terms of you know, the boxing ring being a haven for someone who is crazy like a fox, this was a perfect example of it, and very entertaining fight. Don't forget Devin Haney's contribution to it, because he fought his heart out, even though he was well beaten. Again, no quitting the guy at all. He wants the rematch. Ryan Garcia said, yeah, we'll have the rematch, no problem. He was asked afterwards. It was a good fight, a really, really entertaining fight, and I loved it. I loved every second of it. And yeah, I don't mind being wrong. Sometimes you get things completely wrong, and I'll tell you what, most of you got it wrong as well, didn't you? Go on, be honest. But hey, that's why we love boxing, because it produces these surprises, these big surprises. So what did you think? Leave your comments below. Are you as shocked as I am by the result? I mean, Ryan Garcia to win on points. He must have had good odds for that. I wish I'd seen that one coming. What did you think? What do you think about the fight itself? What do you think about Ryan Garcia? What do you think about Haney? Do you think he's really chinny now? Has that been proven that he really is chinny? Let me know all your opinions, all your thoughts, and I'll answer as many as I can. And of course, thank you for your time as always. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new. It takes a second to give the little subscription button a pop, and also the like button as well, because they apparently count the likes. All right, I'll catch you later then. Bye for now.